I self-studied. I did have a couple sessions with a tutor, but for the most part, it was just doing practice exams, practice tests over and over and over.
I studied for the LSAT using an online study tool called 7Sage. It's just a bunch of videos and things like that. And I think the most important thing is just doing a lot of practice tests.
So I prepared for it just by writing a few practice LSATs. The first LSAT that I wrote, I didn't time it. I just let myself be relaxed and go through it. And once I had a better idea of what it was like, then I started timing just to make sure that I could get all the sections done on time. And I used a book to help with the logic parts, to learn some of the shortcuts and some of the games, because I was having trouble finishing that section on time. And I think the biggest thing at the end of the day was just having gone through the tests and having timed myself while writing them, so that when I went on test day, it had felt like something I had already done a few times, and so I wasn't as nervous.
I took a Princeton review course, very highly recommend it. And I wrote it in December, which was not great because it was during my fourth year exams. But studied hard, didn't really go out too much the month before, and just did a lot of practice tests.
I actually had a really good day. I'm one of those weird people. I enjoyed writing the LSAT. It was a nice day. You know, there was a lot leading up to that moment, so it was just a nice feeling to be there and to get it over with.
It was okay. I mean, I didn't sleep that well the night before. I think I only got about 4 or 5 hours. And then I drove all the way there, and it was a pretty long drive. It was like 50 minutes to get to my test spot. You know, I listened to a couple pump-up tunes in the car before, had a coffee, tried to pee as many times as I could before the test, and afterwards I felt exhausted, but that it went pretty well.
The day of the LSAT, I tried to treat it as a regular day. I woke up, I had a nice breakfast, eggs and toast, and then I hopped on the subway. I came here, and you know what? It wasn't as tense as I thought it would be. I was happy to get it over with.
I sweat the entire time.
The day I wrote the LSAT, it was obviously very nerve-wracking going into it, but then, I don't know, I just wrote the whole thing. It was very tiring. Afterwards, I think I slept the whole way home in the car, but it wasn't as bad as everyone thinks.